Here we are again. The great outdoors. You got George, some beautiful bushes over there that are currently growing some yellow flowers. They look interesting. We got Jack Frost over there and the beautiful view behind me here. And guess what? It's snowing! Okay, it's not snowing, it's just frost, but well, according to Jack Frost anyway. But it certainly looks like snow and it certainly feels like snow. It's very cold out here, but it doesn't matter because we have a very important video to make. What is this video, George? I'm curious. Well, you're not, are you? Because you've already read the title. How to go vegan for beginners. Is that you right now? Are you a beginner vegan? Do you want to adopt a plant-based way of eating, a vegan way of living? Because that was me 5 years ago and I haven't looked back since. I wake up every day thinking, man, I feel good because of my vegan diet, right? 5 years. I look younger, happier, healthier. And guess what? I smile every day. We're going to get into it. But before we do, what have you got to smile about today? For me, it's the beautiful frost snow. The beautiful frost snow. Can we just never call frost frost again? It has to be called frost snow. All right? So next time it's frosty, call it frost snow and think of me. How to go vegan for beginners. Now, I know what you're thinking. George, a vegan diet sounds very challenging. A vegan diet sounds very difficult. I don't think I can give up meat, dairy and eggs. I can't do it, George. I love the taste. I love the texture. I love the smell. I can't go without my omelette. Right? This was also me. What happened? Well, there's a lot of people out there, and this could be you, who go vegan for health reasons, and that's fantastic, okay? That's part of the reason why I did it as well. But I remember when it really hit me. I was walking home from the gym one day and I was eating some severed chicken legs, right? And I'm just eating these chicken legs, walking home from the gym, and this dog comes running up to me and he pounces on me, tackles me to the floor. Now I'm an animal lover, so I encouraged it and I gave him some of the chicken to eat and we were eating it together. And then the owner comes running over and says, "Oh goodness, I'm so sorry, let me get him off you, let me get him off you." And I said, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. I love animals. Uh-oh, slap around the face moment. Right? That's gonna be a new thing. Slap around the face moment. What did I just say? I said that I love animals, but then I'm also paying for them to be killed on my behalf. Is that something an animal lover would do? I certainly don't think so. And then I thought to myself, maybe I don't have the heart to kill animals. But then I realized actually, maybe it's just that I have the heart not to kill animals. So I went home and did some research. I started watching wonderful documentaries such as Forks Over Knives, Cowspiracy, Earthlings, What the Health, and Dominion, and my life started to change. Some of those documentaries aren't wonderful, right? They're actually about a lot of animal suffering, but some of them are very interesting and a lot of them are very beneficial or will be very beneficial to your vegan journey because some of them are completely about nutrition and not the animal cruelty. But I went vegan because I didn't want to pay for animals to be killed on my behalf when I realized that I could get all my nutrition from plants, and that's what a plant-based diet is, getting your nutrition from plants. But it sounds so scary, George. Surely, don't we need meat for protein, eggs for omega-3s, and don't we need dairy for calcium, right, for strong bones? That was me. Oh, that was me. But no more. So let's get into it. So in order to stick with a vegan diet, in order to stick with a plant-based diet, we've really got to make the connection with animals and realize that animals want to live just like we do, and that adopting a plant-based diet is the best way to reduce the harm we inflict upon animals. Now, being a vegan does not mean you're going to be perfect, right? But it means reducing your harm as far as practically possible. Okay? You can't exist without harming animals in some way, right? Whether you drive a car or harvesting plants in your garden, like, animals are going to be harmed throughout the process, but a vegan diet causes the least amount of harm towards animals. And that's why it is the best diet for your health, for the animals, and for the environment. Studies repeatedly show that a plant-based diet is the single biggest thing that you can do to reduce your carbon footprint. So with all that knowledge, let's get into it. How to be a vegan for a beginner. Oh no, it's breakfast time. What are you gonna do? So I'll tell you what I do, and then I'll give you some other ideas that you can use if that's not your kind of thing. So what I like to do when I wake up is I make a green smoothie. Okay, I do this every single morning. What do I put in my green smoothie? Well, I mix water and maybe a little bit of milk, maybe some almond milk or soy milk. Now, almond milk has more calcium than cow's milk. What, George? Slap around the face moment. Almond milk has more calcium than cow's milk. You've just blown my mind. I know. So I like to have milk with a bit of water, and then I put in some spinach. Now, spinach is one of the most nutritious foods on the planet, right? So we see Popeye eating a tin of spinach, and he has all these muscles. It's because spinach has a lot of protein. It has a lot of iron. It has so many nutrients that it pretty much ticks the top of the range for most nutritious foods out there. So I'll grab a big handful of spinach, a big handful of kale. What's so good about kale, George? Well, kale is packed full of iron. What's that, George? I thought I had to eat meat to get iron. No. Definitely not. Okay? Iron is found in plants as well as animals, but animals have something called heme iron, H-E-M-E, heme iron, which repeatedly shows in studies to cause heart disease, okay, and other forms of illness. It bypasses your system and gets into your system quicker, so you can actually have too much of it. Did you know that too much iron is a bad thing? Too much protein is a bad thing. Plants contain the right amount of everything that you need. So what else, George? Spinach, kale, I'll throw some fruit in there, some blueberries, more vitamin C than oranges, maybe some strawberries. Again, more vitamin C than oranges. Everyone goes on about oranges, but I love my strawberries and blueberries. I'm joking, I also love oranges, right? Maybe some pineapple, and then it's time for the powders. What are you talking about, George? So I use hemp protein powder, okay? So hemp is a complete source of protein, absolutely packed, jam-packed, full of antioxidants. It's gonna make you feel alive. It's gonna give you natural energy. It's going to repair the body. It's going to fight disease, combat inflammation, and make you smile. And then it'll be smiles all around. What else? I like to include spirulina. Spirulina is one of my favorite foods in the world. Again, it is a complete source of protein. It has more protein than certain meat products as well. And it's a complete source. What else? Chlorella powder. I'll also throw in some flax seeds and some chia seeds, full of omega-3s. No more eggs for me. I'll just have flax seeds and chia seeds. Chia seeds are fantastic. They actually have more omega-3s than salmon. They're just insane. And they've got loads and loads of protein in them. So already I've genuinely had about 50 grams of protein in this one shake. If you do buy chia seeds and flax seeds, make sure you get them milled, okay? That means all crushed up, because if you eat chia seeds in their full form, your body doesn't actually digest it properly, and you just get rid of them in the toilet, right? Because that's actually the beautiful circle of life. When we eat fruits or any kind of seed, your body gets rid of it, and then when it goes back to the soil, it can grow again, okay? So make sure that you mill them, and then you'll get the correct benefits, okay? So you can just Google milled chia seeds, milled flax seeds, and you're gonna get a ton of omega-3s, you've got a ton of protein, and you've got loads of vitamins and minerals. I'll tell you what, when I make a green smoothie, I feel like I can just run for the whole day. You know, like Forrest Gump, I can just run and run and run and run and never stop. So that is one of my favorite breakfasts. That's what I have every single day, pretty much regardless. It amps me up, it fuels me up, it gives me all my nutrition. But if I'm feeling something a little bit more hearty, I do like porridge, okay? And I like to put the flax seeds and the chia seeds in the porridge as well, with some soy milk, almond milk, but we've also got coconut milk, rice milk, hemp milk. There's so many different milks out there for you to try. You might have even seen them at the supermarkets already. So go and check out the plant-based milks. Now, if you don't really like green smoothies or porridge, you still can eat things like breakfast cereals and other things. So breakfast cereals are actually fortified now with vitamin B12, because a lot of people go on about B12. Where do you get your B12, George? You're gonna die on the spot. I get my B12 from breakfast cereals, right? So breakfast cereals are actually pretty good these days. They have low saturated fats and sugar content, and they have lots of fiber, okay? Now, animal products contain zero fiber. Zero, none at all. Fiber is what the good bacteria in your gut needs to fully digest food properly, right? So when you're vegan, you'll find that you go to the toilet a lot more. But that's actually a really great sign of health. I know a lot of people who say they don't go to the toilet for 2 or 3 days, for 5 days, for 7 days. And I say, what on earth are you doing? What are you doing? You should be going to the toilet every single day. You should go to the toilet after every single meal that you eat, because that shows that it's being digested properly, right? So don't freak out if you start going to the toilet more. It shows that you've got way more fiber in your diet. A lot of people are deficient in fiber, and that's why there's constipation, that's why there's cancer and other horrible diseases. So we need to make sure that we have a lot of fiber. Did you know that our brain actually runs off glucose? Right? Every cell in our body runs off glucose, found in fruit, found in carbohydrates, and everyone's talking about low carb diets. We've got no time for low carb diets. We're all about the high carb diets, right? And then it'll be smiles all around. So that is breakfast out the way for you. No, George, I don't want cereal. I don't want porridge. I just want my eggs. I want my egg on toast. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Okay, well, first and foremost, eggs come out of a chicken, and it's actually part of their menstrual cycle. So essentially it's a chicken period. It's pretty disgusting, full of cholesterol. Cholesterol blocks up your arteries and causes the #1 killer, which is heart disease. Did you know 1 in 2 people die from heart disease, right? And I guarantee 1 in 2 people have eggs every single morning for breakfast. But that's beside the point, George. You're not a doctor, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a very happy, smiling being who eats a vegan diet and feels wonderful. So what can you do if you really like eggs? Well, there's this magical thing out there called tofu, right? And you can scramble tofu. So it comes in a block, and if you take it out and scramble it up, so you get a fork and scramble it up, and then cook it the same way you would eggs, just in a frying pan for a bit, put in your sauces and ingredients and other plants to make it taste even better. Fry it up, put it on some toast. It tastes fantastic. So tofu on toast is one of my favorite meals to eat. It's delicious. And tofu is made from soybean. And soybeans come with all sorts of great antioxidants. And it's very high in protein. So there's breakfast sorted for you. And most people prefer breakfast cereals with plant-based milks anyway. Moving on to lunchtime. Oh boy, What are we doing, George? Well, lunchtime is my favorite time because it's my biggest meal. I like to eat my biggest meal at lunch, and that fills me up. And then I like to eat a little bit less in the evening just so I'm not going to bed on a big full stomach, okay? Because that can disrupt sleep patterns. So, what do you have for lunch, George? Well, my favorite lunch is black rice, which is packed full of antioxidants. It's a natural protector against certain forms of cancer. It's full of vitamin E, so it's going to improve your hair and skin. What else? I like to eat a lot of vegetables with it. Okay, broccoli, again, the best vegetable for preventing cancer. I like to steam it a little bit. I also like avocado, watercress, all right? Avocado is fantastic for your eyesight as well, and watercress is very nutrient dense, full of all sorts, iron, calcium. It also contains a lot of vitamin C, and vitamin C is needed for the absorption of non-heme iron, okay, so the good sort of iron. So they work together. Watercress is fantastic. So I like to also include some chickpeas, okay, full of protein and again, full of antioxidants. And really, that does me fine, okay? So black rice mixed in with some chickpeas, and then I throw in some broccoli, some avocado, and some watercress, and that is a jam-packed meal full of good, wholesome nutrition, plant-based goodness. Okay, try it. If you're not a fan of black rice, it is a little bit expensive as well, black rice. So if I don't have black rice, I'll go for brown rice. And again, brown rice is fantastic, full of iron, full of B6, manganese, and again, really high in fiber. So you're not going to be constipated, right? So that's my favorite lunch, but there are other things that you can eat. There are a lot of plant-based things out there. I mean, you can still have whatever you like. If you like things like mac and cheese and spaghetti, and you know, I don't really eat these things for lunch every day, but you can still do it. You can still eat that way. You just have to change the sauces, right? So a basil sauce or a tomato sauce or pesto pasta is actually quite delicious. I do eat that from time to time, but again, I try and avoid anything white, so like white rice, white sugar, white pasta. Try and stick with things that haven't been stripped from all their nutrients. I try and stick with anything brown, right? Which leads me on to what most people eat for lunch anyway, which is a sandwich, right? Now, one of my favorite sandwiches to eat is a chickpea avocado sandwich. So what I'll do is I'll grab 2 slices of bread, just make sure it doesn't contain milk, and I like to mash up some chickpeas. So again, you get your fork, mash up the chickpeas, mash up the avocado, maybe a bit of lemon juice in there, maybe mix up some tomatoes or some organic tomato sauce or puree, mix all of that up, spread it across the sandwich. Thank me later. I also like to put in some seeds, like maybe some sesame seeds, okay? Again, full of vitamins. This is all sounding beautiful, George. This is all sounding mighty delicious, but I love snacking. I absolutely love snacking. What do you do, George, when you want a snack? What would a vegan do when they want a snack? Well, I'll tell you what I do. I absolutely love chocolate. Come again, George? I absolutely love chocolate, right? I eat dark chocolate every single day, right? 80% dark chocolate. Why do you do that, George? Are you feeling all right? Dark chocolate is absolutely packed, and I mean jam-packed, full of magnesium. Magnesium has been proven to reduce anxiety. Now, fortunately, I'm not an anxious person anymore these days, but back in the day, I used to have panic attacks all the time. I had a panic attack that lasted 14 hours once, right? I was very on edge, but no more. And if I had known about the benefits of dark chocolate back then, maybe it would have helped. So if you find that you're a bit anxious or need something to calm your nerves slightly, then dark chocolate could be a great snack for you. In fact, back in the day, I used to get a little pot of strawberries as a snack and heat some dark chocolate and then drizzle it over the strawberries, put it in the fridge overnight, so in the morning it was all hard and crackly, and I'd have that as a snack, right? Chocolate strawberries. What do you think about that, Jack Frost? So that's a great snack. You can still eat chocolate. but there are other snacks out there too. Now, these snacks might not be the healthiest, but they're certainly vegan. So you can get things like vegetable crisps, and general crisps anyway tend to be vegan, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just things like cheese and what else. But yeah, I don't really eat that kind of stuff, but you certainly can. I also like carrot sticks with some hummus. And actually, I like to incorporate hummus into that sandwich that I was chatting about earlier. You know, the avocado chickpea sandwich, put a little bit of hummus in there as well, and it tastes absolutely fantastic. Okay, so they are the snacks, the vegan snacks, the snacks that I like to eat most days. Fruit generally is something that I like to snack on, especially bananas. They really fill you up. In fact, I'm going to give you a little life hack. If you get some bananas and chop them up and put some peanut butter on them, they taste so good. If you get some celery sticks and put peanut butter in between the celery sticks, again, it tastes phenomenal. It's one of those things that you wouldn't think would taste nice, but actually celery sticks with peanut butter tastes fantastic. It's a really good snack, okay? Full of healthy fats, okay? Nuts is something else I like to snack on too. Cashew nuts, almond nuts, Brazil nuts, full of selenium. Just 2 Brazil nuts a day gives you 100% of the recommended daily intake of selenium. So I must be overdosing because I eat about 10 at a time, right? So nuts are something else that I love to snack on. It's dinner time. Oh no, it's dinner time. I've worked up an appetite. Now, like I say earlier, I tend to like eating something a little bit smaller for dinner. So I like soups, stews, chickpea curries. There are some fantastic recipes online, whether you want to Google it or YouTube it, and you look up chickpea curry, vegan chickpea curry recipe, vegan soup recipe, right? Broccoli soup, oh, I love it. Packed full of antioxidants and goodness, right? Something nice and warm, especially when Jack Frost has been so busy. So that's really what I like to eat in the evening. But again, I'm no saint. Sometimes I like to get a bit frisky and I will eat a plant-based burger, right? So you got the meatless burgers, Beyond Meat burgers. You can get them from your local supermarket, easy. You just go to the free from section or the no meat section or whatever they're advertising it as, okay? And sometimes I might have a really frisky, dirty meal and I might have a couple of plant-based burgers with some vegan cheese. Okay, vegan cheese is made out of nuts again. So it's, again, not the healthiest thing in the world because it's heavily processed, but it's far healthier than regular cheese. I can't give up cheese, George. I literally need cheese. You don't understand. You don't. The only reason you need it is because of the casein that's in cheese, which actually affects your brain just like the calves. What it does is it's nature's way of keeping the calves close to the mother at all times. So it makes them crave the milk so that they stay close to the mother through childhood. I've got some news flash for you. You're not a baby cow, so you don't need cow's milk. In fact, over 80% of the world is lactose intolerant. You are probably lactose intolerant. There was a time when every human being in the world was lactose intolerant. How do you know if you're lactose intolerant? Oftentimes you don't. You might just get spots, or you might get headaches frequently, or you might get a stomach upset or aches and pains. It can be very subtle, but trust me, you do not need milk in your life. You only need the milk from the almonds, okay? So burgers with some vegan cheese and maybe some sweet potato fries and some more veg. Okay, sweet potatoes are also great for dinner, so you can get a sweet potato. I like to cut it open, put some vegan cheese in there with some beans, maybe some black beans or some red kidney beans, and then again, I'll put some veg with that as well. So generally that's what I'll eat in a day, and then in the evening I'll drink some teas, so chamomile tea or soursop leaf tea, or my favorite tea actually, which I drink every day, which is burdock root and gynostema. I could write a book about the benefits of gynostema and burdock, okay? It cleans the blood. So That's what I like to eat as a vegan, and that's what I would recommend for you to eat as a vegan as well. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. You've just got to do your own thing and experiment. So remember to watch those documentaries that I spoke about. They're linked in the description right now. There are plenty of vegan Facebook pages out there for you to like and share your ideas and ask for advice. Keep working on it. But remember to make the connection with animals. Remember that if you don't have the heart to kill an animal, it's because you have the heart not to kill an animal. Right? It makes you a fantastic person. We're all fantastic people, but a lot of us are disconnected. I actually went to a slaughterhouse. In fact, I've been to several slaughterhouses, and I went for a long time to see what was going on, and I saw some sights that aren't even worth speaking about because they're so disturbing, right? Calves being taken from their mothers, cows screaming as they get pushed into the slaughterhouse. So we have no business eating animals in this day and age, right? We're gonna embrace the plant-based lifestyle, the plant-based way of eating. So I hope that helped. I hope that has helped you embark on your vegan journey. I wish you all the luck. Let's start a conversation about it in the comments. If you have any ideas or you have any favorite recipes that you want to share. What have you got to smile about today? For me, it's the frost. Sending you love, sending you light, sending you peace, but above all, sending you a delicious, healthy, vegan journey. Whew. Enjoy it. Keep smiling.